Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the mountain. It's still a winter wonderland out here. I've been out here getting it for about the last hour, trying to get snow off the truck, get the windshield defrosted, loading up laundry and trash and all that other stuff. We're going to Come On HQ today to check out the new property to see how it fared in all of the snow. I didn't even attempt to go out yesterday because it was still snowing and a little high out here, so I didn't want to run the risk of getting on the roads. We ended up with about 16 inches of snow. It called for 5 at the beginning of the week, and then they moved it all the way up to 9, and we ended up with 16. So it's definitely a winter wonderland. Now, I've had a lot of you asking, I want to see the new truck. Well, the new truck's a little dirty right now, but check it out. F-250, guys, F-250. And on the way over to the new property, we'll talk about why I had to get rid of my other truck. I wasn't ready to do it, but I was kind of forced into it. All right, let's get on the road, guys. You can see my four-wheeler tracks from yesterday. But I definitely got a big truck just in time. Definitely a winter wonderland out here for sure. Now it is starting to warm up today. It's supposed to get into the 40s, so hopefully a lot of this will melt off. All right guys, what I'm doing, I was backing up, pulling forward, and I was trying to pack down some of this snow and knock down all the highs, because as you can see, it's real deep. Because Mike's got to actually get out today. He's got to go, he's got an appointment, and it is all-wheel drive, but I don't think that it would push through that snow. So just to give him a little help, I decided to go ahead and kind of clear him a path with the big truck. Uncle's trying to look out. I'm gonna take him some pictures, show him what he's ahead of. That way he knows what time to get here and what equipment to bring to be able to get out. All right guys, we made it. Ooh, this snow's bright. It is a winter wonderland at the new property. Looks like we had some kind of animal tracking through here, going out that direction. It is pretty deep. We're going to start back here in the back. Looks like we already had, yep, we already had some snow come off the roof here. It looks like the tarp's working real well. It's the only roof that's had anything fall off of it because it's so slick, so that's good to know. Go back here and check on the little stable area. Ooh, I should have brought my glasses. Got my eyes watering. Looks like this roof held up fine. This one too. It's been fun having the snow, but I'm ready for it to go away already because I got a lot to do out here. Unfortunately, before the snow, with all the rain that we've had and all the heavy equipment here on this property clearing out these old houses, it has been a mud pit out here to start with, and now I add all of this snow in here. It's only going to be worse and take even longer to dry out. So I have no idea when I'm going to be able to actually work out here again. I would like to go ahead this coming up week and try to burn this burn pile right here, because it's stacked up pretty good, unlike the one on Come On Mountain. I should be able to get this burnt down, especially with all this snow on the ground. So probably gonna have a bonfire video this week coming up. Now, what I was really worried about out here more than anything is this lean-to where I parked Uber, being that I already had the busted rafters. across there. But it looks like it held up, which is shocking. I'm not gonna walk under there, but definitely seemed to have held up, which was shocking to me. I thought I was gonna come out here and this right here was gonna be on the ground, honestly. But that's a nice surprise. Little taxi's doing pretty good. No water in here, nice and dry, which is good because I will be putting a door on this here soon, and everything that's in the loft in the cabin will end up coming out here to be able to store, so I can start the cabin project once the weather permits. Looks like the roof and everything is good there, so no need to go into the shop. I am going to take the old snow shovel back to the cabin, be able to clear a path between the tiny house and the cabin, just to make it a little safer. Scrapper hasn't been able to come out here because of all the weather. Maybe he'll be able to get back out here and get back at it this week. Look at all the snow in the back of the truck, guys. Now I'm headed to town to do some laundry. I will give y'all a tour of the truck on the inside and out, and we'll talk about that. Once I get everything cleared out of it. Right now it's full of laundry in the back. So I need to get all of that done and get it out. And maybe clean it up a little bit. That way I can give y'all a true look at the new F-250 for Come On Mountain. But I'm happy with how it turned out here. No damage. You can see the second house over there got a bunch of snow on top of it. I do also want to get out here and start going through the two houses. I'm going to start saving a little bit of wood out of there. There's not really a lot of good stuff to save. The scrapper's been able to get some wood out of there and some metal, but unfortunately 2 of the houses were trailers, which I didn't know. I knew one was, but I was shocked to find out the other one was just kind of a covering over another trailer. So not as many treasures as I was kind of hoping. So now I'm looking just to kind of get them out of here and get the land cleared. All right guys, I'll see y'all back in a minute when we tour the truck. Well, one of the downsides to getting a bigger truck is they've changed the reese hitch size, so I had to get a new reese hitch here. I got the one that's got the 2-inch and the bigger ball. That's the 2 size trailer balls that I've got. And with these new ones, they're so expensive that you definitely got to lock them up in a heartbeat. All right, we are ready to tow. 2 5/16. Got to tow Mike's tractor over to his property this week, so I needed to get this done while I was in town. Came to the old U-Haul. They got what you need. All right, guys, got done with the laundry. Made it to the car wash. We're gonna just spray it off a little bit, and then I'll give you a little walk around on the outside. When I get home and unload the laundry, I'll show you the inside. All right, guys, got it cleaned up. What we have is a 2024 F250 6.7 power stroke turbo, 4-wheel drive, 4-door. It's white with black trim, except for the rims. It's silver. She is a beast. Got LED lights. Got some nice tires on it. Got the 20-inch rims. Tim don't have the 20s. It's a Lariat as well. It's got the FX4 off-road package. Got some snow in the back, but it did come with the Rhino liner already sprayed in. It's got LED lights in the bed and a lot of tie-down straps. Show you this too. It's got an easy opening bed that you can do from the inside of the truck or from your key. It's also got this feature. That's that old man step. It's got the slide glass window in the back. Absolutely love this truck, guys. If y'all remember, if you're some of the OGs of this channel, I used to have an F250 that was actually bigger than this one. It was actually lifted on 36s when I left Florida and went to Texas, but I thought I was going to be in the city for a lot longer than I was, and it was too big for city. I couldn't fit in parking garages, parking spots, or anything like that. So I traded it in on a Telluride. Well, I had no idea I was moving to Arkansas, and 6 months after I traded it in on the Telluride, I bought the cabin in Arkansas. And at the time, it was whenever the pandemic stuff was going on, and there was no inventory, no supplies. So that's how I ended up in the Chevy. But now that I have so much big equipment like Uber and the tractors and the 20-foot heavy-duty trailer that I pull, I needed to go back to something bigger because the Chevy ended up being a lemon. Let's get inside and I'll tell you why. Now, when I originally got the Chevy, I wanted to get another F250 because I knew I was coming up to the mountain. I knew I was getting a tractor, but at the time the prices were going for about $15,000 over book value, and I couldn't afford it. They wanted $80,000 just for a standard stock F-150. That was more than I paid for my F-250 that was lifted and customized out, so I couldn't do it. So the Chevy was the best deal that I could get, and honestly I paid over for the Chevy as well, but not as bad as the Ford. There was an F-150 on the lot. I actually bought that Chevy from Ford. There was an F-150 on the lot that has 60,000 miles on it, was a year older than the Chevy, and they wanted 10,000 more for the F-150 than the Chevy, and the Chevy only had 9,000 miles on it. So that's why I went with the Chevy. But unfortunately, I'm not a Chevy guy, and that Chevy proved to me why I'm not. All the trucks are computer guys now, so there's not really honestly a big difference between them. But at 60,000 miles, the transmission went out on the Chevy last year. And I have done some towing with the Chevy, but nowhere near enough for the transmission to go out. And I was actually looking for an F-250 last year or something similar in size when I was having the transmission issues. But luckily, the Chevy was still under warranty. I had 72,000 mile extended warranty on it that I put on it. So I was able to get the transmission fixed. So I canceled the search and was like, okay, financially it's not the time to get that kind of payment, and because they're proud of these things, trust me guys. So I was gonna stick with the Chevy. Well, 20,000 miles later, at 80,000 miles, now the rear end is going out in the Chevy. If you watch that last trust video out there at the new property, where Mike was holding the camera close to the truck, you can hear the gears clicking in the transmission. It was getting a lot worse. It's been going out now for a little while, but now it's to the point where it's pretty bad. And it was about to be to the point that I was about to have to come out of pocket thousands of dollars to fix it, or trade it in with a broken rear end, and would have took a huge loss on that truck. So I made the decision. It was time for me to go ahead and upgrade trucks and go ahead and get the size truck that I need for the mountain to be able to pull the tractors around and do the type of work that I do. Financially, whew, it hurts. I really was not wanting to do it now, but I still owed a significant amount on the Chevy, and I decided, why would I keep paying on the Chevy when all it's going to do is keep breaking down, because it's not a big enough truck for what I need. So I bit the bullet, traded it in, and that's where we're at. I think this will serve my needs a whole lot better. It's definitely got the power and the suspension that I need to be able to pull Uber and anything else I want to pull on that 20-foot heavy-duty trailer. I'm not gonna lie guys, it's nice to be back into a Ford. Now I know Tim's gonna say, hey, he copied me. Fact of the matter is, I had my F-250 way before Tim even had an F-250. You all remember he was in that grocery getter, and I had the old big black jacked up F-250. So I think Tim copied me, and I'm just kind of catching back up. I'm not gonna show you the inside seats and stuff right now, because as you see, I got a whole lot of laundry, but I will show you the dash. It is onyx black leather. It's got the digital gauges, the big screen, and got the black wood grain. And it's got an off-road setting, a slip setting, which just came in real handy with all of this snow. It's got an eco mode, a sports mode, and a normal mode as well. So far, I'm loving it. And I sure do miss having the power of that 6.7. All right, let's get back to the mountain, get this unloaded, and I'll show you the rest of the interior. The snow definitely looks different in town than it does on the mountain. Let me tell you. The mountains. Mountains of dirty snow at the Wally World. It's time to go back to the mountain. All right guys, made it back home. It is the next day. I've got all the laundry put away, but I also went out today and got some food for the animals, so we're going to go ahead and get them situated real quick. And I do have the laundry out of the truck now, so I'll show you all the interior just as soon as we get the animals taken care of. Domino, are you glad the snow's melting? Domino's been having fun in the snow. But as you can see, it's still a winter wonderland out here, but it is starting to become a muddy mess. Snow's been melting for a couple of days now. Go from snow to mud. Yeah, I'm ready for it to dry up. All right, let's get this loaded on the four-wheeler and get these animals taken care of. Put the goat feed on here first, because that's the last. The chicken. back heavy. So trying something new with the chickens. They was out of the chicken food I normally get. So this right here is corn and some different types of seed. So we're gonna see if the chickens like it. What's going on, guys? Y'all hungry? Corn actually raises their internal body temperature, so it's better to give them some corn in the winter. I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I think they approve. I've also had a lot of y'all mention about the bucket being too tall for the chickens. That is not true, guys. As you can see, the chickens are much bigger than the bucket. It's a smaller bucket. They have no problem getting the water out of there. They will drink it down to where it's like that much. The one for the goats and Eclipse is much bigger. Oh, they seem to love it. All right, time to take care of the rabbits. Now that the temperature is not freezing, I can go back to putting 2 water bottles on here. The reason why, I've got a lot of comments about that as well too. The reason why I only did 1, because the rabbits don't drink it fast enough and it freezes. So there's no point in putting 2 on here because they don't even drink the water that's in the first one. And I water them 2 times a day. So but I did get tons of comments about that. And as you can see, I've already got the wire thing for 2 on here. It's just in the winter when things are freezing, I move it back down to just 1. Still has water. What's going on, Parkour? What's up, buddy? Let's go ahead and get the rabbit food dumped in here. Midnight. What are you doing? That's not your groceries. Yours is under the porch. Are you ready for some groceries, man? Gandalf? Excuse me. Pardon me. What are y'all doing? What are you doing, buddy? You just hanging out, checking over your flock? Huh? All right, let's go get the goats taken care of. What's going on, guys? I see y'all are out and about now that the snow's starting to melt. Yeah. Get the clips taken care of. Alright, everybody is happy and healthy. The babies are doing great. Still got plenty of hay over there. Alright guys, let's go check out the inside of the truck. Well, as you can see, just 2 trips out of here after we washed it, and it's already filthy again. We're gonna start in the back. As you can see, it's got some little storage things here, but it also has a fold up little box here as well for storage, which is pretty cool. And then pull this down. You got that. Like this one over here. Pretty cool. Nice little thing, keep everything from sliding on the floor. It does have black leather with a little bit of brown trim with white lacing. Plenty of room back here, guys. It's got 2 USB-Cs. It's also got heated seats in the back. And also has a 120 plug and your DC little plug-in situation here. It's got the Bose system in it. Now I did order some floor liners for here. They haven't been able to get here yet because of all of the snow. It's got a big LED display for the dash. And also a big LED display right here for your radio, air conditioner, and all of that. It's a 10-speed automatic, but you can manually shift it as well. It does have the Android and Apple CarPlay stuff in it. This right here is the wood grain pattern. It's like a blackish brown. Heated and air conditioned seats, big console. And it's got all the auxiliary stuff that I showed y'all before with LED lighting. Absolutely love the truck. It's really, really nice. Also has the running boards there. You like it, huh, Domino? Oh. I know a lot of y'all said that Domino needed a sweater. Well, actually Domino's got one, but Domino won't keep the sweater on. Last time he had it on, he left it out there in the woods, getting rid of it. Well guys, I think that's gonna wrap this video up. I hope y'all like the new truck. Like I said, I had to get it with the rear end going out in the Chevy. It just didn't make no sense to keep paying for that Chevy when the transmission and the rear ends already went out in 80,000 miles. So this right here is a much bigger truck. It is a diesel and it has a whole lot more towing capacity, which will make it a whole lot easier to tow Uber and all the other equipment that I got here on the mountain. And hopefully this right here will be my last big truck. They last a lot longer than those gas motors. And I'm a Ford guy. All right guys, I love every single one of y'all. Till we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.